After the success that was LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, many people are wondering what the next LEGO game is. Obviously, I think we all know that it will follow the same formula, but so many people want to see so many different things adapted into this new LEGO game style that it's hard to figure out what could be next for LEGO games and TT games. Hello there everybody and welcome back to another LEGO video. If this is your first time here, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to stay up to date with more videos just like this. And today we're going to be discussing what the next game could be after LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Now, a couple things to keep in mind is that TT Games' contract has changed a little bit with LEGO, and now the future of LEGO games is looking different than it has in years past. As far as I'm aware, there's some other studios that could do some stuff with LEGO. I'm not really too familiar with some of the details of their new contract, but what I do know is that other studios are going to be making some interesting LEGO games that are on this list. I'll explain more of what I mean by this in the video once I get to that point. What I want to do is give you guys 10 ideas for LEGO games that I think we could see next in order of least to most likely. I would love to see your guys' top 10 next LEGO games in the comment section down below, so don't forget to leave the comment telling me what you think the next LEGO game will be. Now we're going to start the video off with number 10, LEGO Doctor Who. Doctor Who is a pretty big IP, especially in the UK, where TT Games is based, I believe. There was a huge DLC in LEGO Dimensions focusing on Doctor Who, and it was one of the best DLCs in that game. A lot of the time, especially when you ask people from the UK what they thought of LEGO Dimensions, LEGO Doctor Who will always come up. Think of how cool it would be to be able to travel through space and time with so many different characters and spend time unlocking every single Doctor from every season. Now, I don't know too much about Doctor Who, so I really can't comment too much about this, but I do know that many people have asked for it for a long time, and I do think it would be an interesting LEGO game to see, especially with the new LEGO Star Wars format. Now, the only problem with a LEGO Doctor Who game is that they don't really make LEGO Doctor Who sets anymore. They made one or two, and I think it was an idea set besides the LEGO Dimensions stuff, and it never really took off, so LEGO kind of stopped doing LEGO Doctor Who a long time ago. I know some of the favorite characters are returning in a new season of Doctor Who, and I know that TT Games is based in the UK, and so they would also be feeling this Doctor Who hype, so it's a possibility, but I don't think it's too likely. I know many people would love to see it though. Number 9 is LEGO Spider-Man, an entire Spider-Man collection, if you will. After No Way Home, so many people have been reacquainted and fallen in love with this character of Spider-Man again. Some of the best LEGO games are the LEGO Marvel games, so it makes sense that a lot of people would love to see a LEGO Spider-Man game collection, focusing on Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland's movies, and potentially a Spider-Verse DLC. You could have a level based off of every single movie that I just named, and maybe throw in stuff like Venom in there as well. I think this would be an incredible game. Now, the only reason this is so low on the list is because I've only seen a couple people talk about this. Like, Rugged Eagle has been a huge advocate for a LEGO Spider-Man game for a while, but there's not really any proof behind the scenes that a LEGO Spider-Man game could come anytime soon. I do think we're due for a LEGO Marvel game, but if we do get a LEGO Marvel game, I'm expecting LEGO Infinity Saga or Marvel Super Heroes 3. Next up on our list is number 8, LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean 2. Now, I pointed this out in a video I made a while ago where I also discussed the future of TT Games, and I said Pirates of the Caribbean is an incredible game that could deserve an updated sequel. LEGO Pirates 1 was one of my favorite LEGO games. It's definitely in my top 10, but since Pirates of the Caribbean has gotten one more movie since they last made this game, and they have another one in the works, potentially they could make a new Pirates game based off of the Stranger Tides, or they could make one expansive Pirates game, covering all the movies, including the 6th one that is coming up. I do think this would be a cool idea, but again, there's not really any behind the scenes stuff pointing towards this happening anytime soon. Number 7 on the list is LEGO Wizarding World. The LEGO Harry Potter games are definitely one of the most popular LEGO games, and they haven't made a Harry Potter game in a very long time. The most recent Harry Potter content we've gotten in a LEGO game, I believe, is LEGO Dimensions again, with Fantastic Beasts. For number 7 on this list, I'm specifically talking about a LEGO Wizarding World covering the entire Harry Potter universe, from the Sorcerer's Stone to the most recent Fantastic Beasts movie. The reason this is so low on the list again is because there's no behind the scenes proof to back this up, and this would be a huge game, and I don't think TT Games would be super eager to go into another huge game after working on LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga for 5.5 years. Number 6 on the list is LEGO Fantastic Beasts, which this would just be covering the Fantastic Beasts movies. I know the Fantastic Beasts movies are a little bit less popular than the Harry Potter movies, but they're still making more of those, and with the next release of the next Fantastic Beasts movie, they could also release alongside it a LEGO Fantastic Beasts game. So I've never seen any of the Fantastic Beasts movies, so I can't really say too much about this LEGO game, but I do know we haven't gotten any Harry Potter content in a long time, and I know they're still making Fantastic Beasts movies, so maybe like Pirates, it would be cool to release another LEGO game alongside the movie. Number 5 on the list, this is an interesting one, is LEGO Sports. There's different sports that I've heard thrown around that LEGO could be making. I've heard a racing game and a basketball game get thrown around. Again, I'm not too familiar with the details of this new contract, but I don't know if TT Games would be making these LEGO games or what's going on with that. But it's possible that we could get a LEGO sport game before we get any other LEGO game coming from TT Games. Now, unlike all of the other titles I've listed so far in this video, this actually does have leaks to back this up. But I don't know if TT Games is making this, and I don't think this will be the next LEGO game. This will probably come down the line if we're getting it at all. And plus there was other leaks about TT Games' next game, that the next game would be a huge IP and not just a sport, you know what I mean? And the only big sport film that I could think that would potentially work in a LEGO game would be Rocky and Creed, but I don't really think that would work in a LEGO game either. Plus again, the leak said that this would either be a basketball game or a racing game or both, so I don't really think that this is coming up next, and I don't think it'll be based off an IP. Number 4 on the list is LEGO Marvel's Super Heroes 3. LEGO Marvel has some of the best LEGO games, and LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 1 is in a lot of people's top 5 games. With Marvel growing their presence even more in film, it would make a lot of sense if TT Games wanted to capitalize on the popularity of Marvel and introduce a bunch of new characters that they haven't had in LEGO games before and create a brand new story for LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 3. With the updated graphics and free roam from LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, this would be an incredible game. Now, there hasn't really been any behind-the-scenes proof that this could be the next LEGO game, but so many people have been clamoring for another LEGO Marvel game, and TT Games knows that their LEGO Marvel games are popular, and everyone knows the MCU is very popular, so it would make sense for them to do another Marvel game, and they haven't done one for a while. Now, just breaking into the top 3 is LEGO Marvel The Infinity Saga. The Infinity Saga was one of the biggest film series ever put to cinemas, and so many people would love to play through this game. Now, this is up to TT Games, but if we were to get an Infinity Saga game, I would personally prefer them to do stuff that comes after Age of Ultron. We already have a first LEGO Avengers game, so if they wanted to make LEGO Avengers The Infinity Saga, I think that would work best for specifically stuff after Age of Ultron and then ending at Endgame. They could do DLC for stuff like Moon Knight, Black Widow, etc. But it would be so fun to play through the most popular Marvel films in a LEGO game. And I know so many people are aware of this, and I'm sure TT Games has at least thought about it. Again, just not sure if they would want to jump into a huge project right after the Skywalker Saga, but it is a possibility considering how much of a success the Skywalker Saga was and how popular Marvel is nowadays. Number 2 on our list is LEGO Indiana Jones 3. Or a LEGO Indiana Jones collection. There was a first and second Indiana Jones games that came out a long time ago, and they're finally making the final Indy movie, Indy 5. So this is their last chance to make a LEGO Indy game and have it still be relevant. If they want to do Indy, they gotta do it fast. If they want to do Indy, they could just make the game based off of the one upcoming film, or they could do the entire collection and make a definitive Indiana Jones experience. I personally think that this would make the most sense for them to do next, because this is, again, their last chance to do Indy 3. But number 1 on our list might take the cake as the next LEGO game. It is LEGO Disney. There have been leaks circulating recently of someone who supposedly works at TT Games saying that they're working on a LEGO Disney game, which would kind of make sense. Disney owns a lot of properties, and they could put many of the aspects of this list into one game. For example, they said that they were going to put stuff like Mickey Mouse and Jack Sparrow into this next LEGO Disney game. So they could combine so many IPs and just create a giant toy box of Disney characters for you to play with. This makes total sense for it to be the next LEGO game. Like I just said, they could fit so much in here, and I could definitely see them adapting the open world aspects of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga into this format very well. Honestly, out of all of these, I think I would be most excited for a LEGO Infinity Saga game or a LEGO Spider-Man game, but that's just my personal interests. Let me know what LEGO game you want the most next, as well as your top 10 LEGO games you think could be coming next in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you drop a like and subscribe to stay up to date with more videos just like this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching.